Welcome to Chris Miles Unmuted, where we discuss sports, politics, news, and entertainment. Today's episode, number 45, Donald Trump. What are your thoughts on Donald Trump right now?
Wow. He got a lot going on.
Whole bunch.
He's facing over 91 felonies. So it doesn't look good for him at this point, man.
Do you think he actually do like real jail time? I know they locked him up. You know what I'm saying? They locked him up in Fulton County.
It's possible. I was listening to something Charles and White said, that he would never go because he always have to have Secret Service.
Yeah, he get that for the rest of his life.
Well, if he becomes this is the thing what people don't realize. If he's a convicted felon, all of that leaves him.
He lose the rights.
He lose the rights.
Oh, man.
The reason he has that is because he's not a felon. But if he becomes a convicted felon, all of that shit, no matter what his old status was, his past status was, he's a felon.
Right.
So he's not remember, we're talking about the de facto government. We're talking about the United States government. Okay? That's what we're talking about. And a part of that is what they give people so people think or feel like they're a part of the system, is that of certain rights. But that's why, like, if somebody get in trouble and it's dealing on the federal side, Trump or whomever the president is, Joe Biden, can pardon them. So it wipes away the felony on the federal side.
Right.
But it has nothing to do with the state side because those are two different bodies of government. The state is, in a sense, would be considered separate from the federal government. Like, you know what I'm saying? The states co-opt into federal government because of that monetary reasons.
Right.
Commercial reasons. But all of this other stuff, man, that shit would, that's the part where people are actually missing. Like, if he's convicted, then he lose the benefit of actually having Secret Service.
Man, do you think he would be the Republican representative? Do you think he would actually, win that? Is it possible with all the stuff that he got going on?
Yeah, it's possible. Reason it's possible because remember he's speaking their language.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He's speaking the language of those who believe in what it is he's saying.
But it's kind of crazy how you said you find Candace Owens supporting Ramaswamy, but
she initially supported.
But she was that's what I'm saying. She was an avid Trump supporter. Well, that's how she made her money, supporting Trump.
The reason that she's moving away from Trump, transition from Trump, is all of the things that Trump has been obsessed with and the allegations that have been piling on to him, right?
Right.
So she don't want her brand
to be associated
with that because of those reasons. One of the reasons why she's on this dude Ramaswamy. I call him Swami. Candace Owens is, running with him, he's, man of color and all this other stuff. So it is what it is with these folks, man. You know what I'm saying? But the thing is with Trump, I'm appalled, man, at this point, just really to see black folks supporting, like black people, like, oh man, he going through what we're going through. Man, no, he's not.
Man, that's crazy for for somebody to even say. I mean, it's like they erase. It's like black people erase being kidnapped, your ancestors being kidnapped and brought over here, and having to be forced to work for free for 400 years, and Trump go to jail for some shit. And
the thing is,
now he's relatable. That's crazy.
The thing is, black people always want something to associate with. They want to be, black people want to be accepted. That's the whole thing. Like, nobody's out here that's in a leadership role is advocating anything about creating black wealth again. Like, that is not a conversation black people are having. Well, guess what they are having? They're having a conversation about, man, we need to vote this person, we need to do this, we need to do that. You kill all of the hyperbole, the hysteria, and all this other bullshit that could be associated with foolishness by coming together.
Yeah.
Putting their strength in numbers. Get on one accord. Even if you're Democrat or Republican, it's like I'm saying, we associate, you got the in college, you got the guys that are Greek, you got the Qs, you got the Kappas, the Alphas, the Sigmas, you got the AKAs, Gamma Rho, you got, the Deltas, you got the Zetas, in reality, they're no different than the Bloods or Crips. You know what I'm saying? I mean, they all use hand gestures to show an affiliation to something. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
They're no different. You just got one that's built on philosophy or what's called education, and one is built on stupidity. But I mean, they're doing the same shit. And on both angles, you got the educated blacks and you got the disgruntled blacks. A lot of them are starting to get behind this man. And this man is going out, he's legislated policies that's going to be affecting black people in a very bad way. Now, I don't know this to be fact, Mr. Producer, but people are saying that he put the Treasury, he put the RS back in the Treasury. That's a good thing if he did that. But I'm also hearing this, like this guy has said, hey man, he said that Donald Trump was still the president. And I asked the question, like, if this man is if he's still the president, why is he running for president? How is it that you still the president, you over the military, but you're running from, like, I mean, people say the dumbest shit, man.
Yeah, that is pretty weird.
You know what I'm saying? So that's where we are at this point, man. But listen, man, I'm not a fan of Donald Trump. It was Donald Trump's administration who came at me.
Yeah.
On the Jeff Sessions.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? So, man, this shit is it's everything that is awkward, man. It's, this man, he came up, the Central Park, 5 of these black kids. It was 4 black kids and 1 Hispanic kid who was falsely accused of raping a white woman in Central Park. And these kids did up right at 15 years for a crime that they didn't commit. Trump was advocating that they get the death penalty. Like, he wanted to put these kids to death for the fact of a crime that they didn't commit. Now, I'm asking the question is, I wonder, has he considered the thought of those things? But probably not really. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
See, that's why I'm saying out here in life, man, you reap what you sow. Like, a lot of things you do eventually comes back to you. You know what I'm saying? So that's where we are, Mr. Producer. That's my thing on it, man. We just have to see how this shit gonna play out. I don't know if he's gonna be convicted or not. Hell, he might run. He might get on the Trump plane and shit fly somewhere, man.
Yeah.
Go to Russia. I don't know. Shit, We just have to wait to see. I think his federal trial in D.C. for the sedition part of the federal government that, because he's gotten all these other guys, like the guys that went there, there's a couple of guys, 3 or 4 guys got convicted the other day. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I think the one I got up to about 15 years or 18 years or some shit like that, right? But one got 10, I think one got 15, one got 18 or some shit like that. But nevertheless, these guys listen to what Trump said and they got convicted. You know what I'm saying? And this is let me just say this, Mr. Producer. The arrogance of Donald Trump is what's problematic. Like, listen, man, if you lost, this would have been the sensible thing to do. Okay? Which was, okay, I lost. Okay? I'm going to come back and run. Change your strategy. change your statements and all this other stuff, then you wouldn't be under what's called RICO, sedition, and all this stuff shit in New York, D.C. You know, they were talking about Arizona was possibly going to try to charge him. Man, you know, that's a tad bit much. Man. You know what I'm saying? In all of these various jurisdictions, you're facing cases. You know what I'm saying? So it's really crazy at this point. We'll see how it plays out, man.
That we will. Man, that's another episode of Chris Miles Unmuted.
And Mr. Producer.
We'll be back at you with another episode. Thanks for listening.